I'm going to further attack on Hatra. Not that big of a deal. Okay, it looks like I missed out on that. It looks like they have a separate force there. Close by. A force that I simply cannot find. Really. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to send this army in here in the city, move it out. I actually want to see where that enemy force is, but I can't. Huh. That's unfortunate. In any case, what I want to do next is I just want to issue further movement orders. Look at that, 21 out of 20. I wonder how did that happen. Well, I can't can't tell. In any case, that's just kind of making us much more powerful. Here it's time to land. It can't land without the force much. Okay, so how will you land? It looks like I can't land. Okay, so the only landing zone is far. The only couple of landing zones are far away. So the best thing here, okay, is to issue an attack order on the city. Now it worked out splendidly. Okay, so here is another force that should take a city from Circus. And that's what we're going to do now. And done. Let's raise the settlement. And no more circus influence here. Also, our incomes is spiking tremendously all over the place. That's really good. Let's use that and establish our construction efforts further. Okay. As you can see, everything is very expensive. So I'm going to look now for provinces with empty slots so that I could make sure that slums are not a thing. It's a thing of the past. It's not something we have to deal with consistently. Especially towns like these ones need to be fixed up quite a bit. Okay. Now these armies need to make their moves. There's still one army here. I don't really need it in this area, but what the hell, I'm going to march them south, take Marib. We'll have 3 armies here in this Arabia, Felix, Arabia Magna. Yeah, the Arabia Felix and Arabia Magna. Furthermore, there's another settlement over here that we can attack. So done.
Ready for battle.
Okay. Another settlement in the south. I'm going to march there with my force. And here I have an army. Let's go west now. And and there's not that far we need to go, really. They could probably actually just stay here and garrison this area for potential threats to the Empire. Alright. These guys are not going anywhere. So, far so good. These armies are going to further approach or attack Tribal Council. Ekbatana is the next target. These mercenaries will undoubtedly do a fine job dealing with the enemy. Military traditions have increased, and I'm gonna go for light cavalry masters due to high presence of cavalry. So what does that really do? 5% shots per minute for all light cavalry units, plus 3% movement speed for all light cavalry units. Actually, this force of mine doesn't really have that much light cavalry, does it? In any case, that wasn't really what I needed, but I don't think that there was much I could choose from anyway. Now, there's a settlement over here, another settlement over there. These two will be taken soon. Okay. Now here, the battle for Circus. Another major engagement, major battle, and this is undoubtedly the last battle. So it looks like Syracuse has been there for all time, up until the last years of division. So basically after the destruction of
we face this enemy together. I have led you many times before. I know you. Our reinforcements have arrived.
Syracuse, and Tribal Council will be the only force.
And remember all I have taught you.
Okay. It looks like they'll be bringing in reinforcements as well, so it's gonna be a good one. What I'm gonna do here now, I'm going to actually get everybody together. Let's do just that. And all of my cavalry on the flank, as they kind of like to do. Okay, now we'll see how everybody goes into a formation. The same is for the enemy. It looks like that's the last Syracuse has, and it's not completely only levies, so they do have a force here. It's just that this force is not nearly as tough as it could have been. So we're, as you can see, fighting outside of the city, and they sell it out. That's in a sense what we have agreed for. I'm gonna move my cavalry a bit closer to them. It looks like the they're making some kind of a flanking maneuver here. Interesting. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I'm going to just move my forces on the side. As you can see, my my kind of last brigades would take up quite a bit of time if I would launch my assault right now to reach the battle. So I'm just going to shift everybody. And it looks like that's exactly what's kind of happening here. They are not facing me the way I kind of want them to. In any case, let's now advance. We have them where we want them. And we're jogging forward towards the enemy. And we do have the superiority. And many aspects. Alright, let's just engage. It looks like they're doing the exact same thing. Also, my cavalry may as well engage theirs. Here they have a flanking force also. They may flank us with their cavalry, but due to our kind of heavy troops and reasonably large numbers of infantry, I'm not really afraid of it. And they're not taking any signals to flank us, as you can see. They're just there. So let's take a look at the battle, right? Now, what do we have here? We're fighting their hoplites. Here, pikemen with a phalanx formation. And things are not looking bad at all. Let's just advance. How about the cavalry? They're showering us with their fire, and it looks like we're taking significant losses due to that. So I'm going to attack with some cavalry. Things like that have to be avoided, otherwise they gain a sort of a winning advantage. All in all, it looks like they're stopping us, stopping that onslaught, and I wouldn't want to lose my general, so I'm going to order him to go back. It looks like Syracusians were not that big after all. Especially where they're facing lighter troops, they're able to do this. Look at that, that looks so beautiful. And they have really cool fighting animations. I heard when the game came out they had very different fighting animations, much faster. But this game was patched heavily from the very beginning. So it kind of, as far as I'm aware, wasn't designed for low-end PCs. The fighting's kind of very rigorous on all sides, and let's just consistently keep advancing. And hopefully this will break them. The pikemen are one of the most lethal ones. In Rome 1, the pikemen were an absolute disaster to deal with, but heavy units can do it. Okay, so it looks like they're holding a line here, but these troops are much lighter on our side as well. Let's try and run these through their phalanx, but it looks like that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Here, these can turn the tide of this conflict on the side. I like that their cavalry engaged us, because that's kind of unluckily our infantry here are going to strike them down. Here we are finally gaining the advantage. And I'm trying to surround them as much as I can, and it looks like that's helping to hit their morale. Some of their units are feeling scared. Here, these ones, when they saw more enemies on the side of their backs, they are breaking and running. Okay, fine. Okay, let's keep advancing. Here, these ones getting shredded, absolutely shredded by them. Okay, their main force has been successfully broken. They are all broken now. That's very good. Now, they did win the cavalry battle though. However, we still have general's unit. And a hell of a lot of infantry to fix that. They are running. They even had Italian spearmen so far away, in the middle of the Middle East. They had Italian spearmen who look absolutely gorgeous. Those plates on their backs are shining. That's really cool. Now look at that. Their cavalry has faced our infantry, and the cavalry is on its way back. Done. The battle has been won. The city is ours. We did not lose a single brigade. Things are on our side. However, a noble death is here. Done. Okay, let's raise the remaining ones.
Thirsty for battle.
I'm going to
Warriors all.
present the summit with the new leader.